toss, and it's left to receive. Back deep to receive for the Cougars. Number 3, Omar Morgan. Number 9, Justin Stallings. Kick it off for Morningside, number 18.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Channel 60's football opener of the 1993 season. This is Alex Manila filling in for Rufus Washington. He is not here at the moment. He's on his way, probably stuck in traffic. He'll be here next week, though, at Gardena when they play Hamilton Friday night. Morningside kicks off to the Cougars. Hawthorne's number 20 picks it up at the 29, and he goes a couple yards. He crosses the 35, close to the 40, and number 20 is Adam Lowry. Okay, Hawthorne will start 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Hawthorne is 0-1 on the season. Last Saturday, they lost to Loyola High School. They lost to the Cubs 20-13, and Morningside lost pretty handedly to Inglewood last Friday night. Both teams have 0-1 records in the early preseason here. Kenji Tatum, the quarterback, number 4. He drops back, looks like he's going to pass. He's rolling out to this side. He passes to number 2. He stumbles and he is tackled as he crosses midfield right at the 50-yard line. And number 2 for the Cougars is George San Mateo. San Mateo, one of the sure-handed receivers that Kenji Tatum will be hitting, hopefully. And let's hope Rufus Washington makes it here before halftime to take up and add some color to this wannabe play-by-play. Once again, this is Alex Manila here with you for Channel 60 Sports. Kenji Tatum hands off to number 1, and he rolls her out, gets about 3 yards. Number 1 is Khaleesi Moala. Tavita Moala's younger brother. And following in the Moala footsteps, he crosses into the Morningside Monarchs territory as he falls onto the 48.5-yard line. 2nd down here for Hawthorne. Moala back in the backfield. Kenji takes a snap, fakes a handoff, goes over to number 6. Number 6 breaks by a tackle. He gets by number 42 and number 35 for Morningside. Peter Suggs saves what would have been a touchdown. And number 6 for Hawthorne is Eric Cheney. Number 2, once again, George San Mateo was close. And once again, the Hawthorne is going upfield, 1st down, as they cross the 30-yard line. They're about the 27-yard line of Morningside. Here goes Tatum with a pitch out to Cheney. Cheney rolls to the far sideline, makes a move. He busts in and crosses the 20-yard line. He's across the 20, and the Cougars are within striking distance. Number 6, once again, Eric Cheney, transfer from Bishop Montgomery High School in Torrance. Cheney is the cousin of Justin Stallings. Number 9 for the Cougars. We'll be hearing his name called out throughout the night. And let's see, the Cougars are about the 18-yard line. And the Cougars, once again, with Tatum in the backfield, calling out the signals. Moala, number 1, Cheney, number 6, handoff to Cheney, number 6. He busts a couple tackles and he is stopped for about 3 yards gain. He comes close to the 10-yard line. I would say about those spotted. The referees will spot it about the 13. And once again, Cheney, a transfer from Bishop Montgomery Knights, decided to come to a more respectable program, more successful as well. Gonna see a lot of action here. Tatum once again Calling the signals, Moala number 1, Cheney number 6, and it's going to be a pass. Tatum rolls out, passes to number 9. It goes right through his fingertips, unfortunately. Justin Stallings, one of the more highly recruited and talented receivers in the South Bay area, didn't quite show his prowess there. Was within reach. He has those stick-em gloves. I don't know how it got by, but no one's perfect, and Stallings will sure get another chance later on. Let's see, Cougars at a third down situation here. Third down and about 5 yards. They might surprise the defense by going on the ground, but I predict maybe a little short pass. Kenji is liable to take it himself too. There's a flag on the play. Cheney scrambles and gets about 3 yards. Comes up a little short. Let's see who the penalty is on. And the referee is not signaling yet. The Cougars, it goes against the Cougars. They'll move the chains back a little. And the Cougars will move their huddle back up across the 25-yard line. It will now be a third down and long. It is spotted at the 19-yard line. The Morningside defense holding tough. They got a couple big guys in there. And the announcer here says it's third down and a long 10. I'll take his word for it. He's in a better angle than I am. I'm off to the side here in the score booth. Beautiful night for some high school football. Kenji Tatum takes a look. And it's fake handoff. He looks for the roll. He's rolling out, coming here this side. Puts a move on number 81. He's got the uniform. And Stallings with the catch. And looks like he's not getting anywhere. Justin Stallings makes... Oh, there's a late flag there. Number 4 for Hawthorne. Kenji Tatum comes up with a not so likely quarterback hit there against number 72, Brandon Moore for the Morningside Monarchs. And that little late hit there by Kenji is probably going to nullify that reception. Going to move the Cougars back a little bit more, a couple yards. And we're looking at possibly a fourth down. I don't see why not. Referee signals the miscue against the Cougars. It moves the ball back to the 34-yard line. That's a no-no for any quarterback. But I guess he's just trying to show Coach Dan Robbins in his third year that, hey, I can lay some hits down too. Let's see if what the Cougars do with fourth down. They should come out and punt. But seeing how the punt wouldn't get that far, they're going for the fourth down and long. They got to get across the 10-yard line. Kenji Tatum takes the snap. He rolls to the far side. He rolls, throws it. It's complete to number 9, Justin Stallings. And a beautiful tackle by number 2, Rashid Reed. He's only 150, 5'7" wide receiver. He looks like a very well defensive player there. And he lays the hit on the Cougars. Stallings comes up about 3 yards short. And now the ball goes over to the Morningside Monarchs as they will take the ball on downs at about close to the 10-yard line. So the Cougars come up short on their first drive of the night. And let's see if the Cougars defense a little bit more up to par than they were against Loyola. Morningside will be led at the quarterback spot by number 12. Yeah, number 12 here on the roster is Patrell Jefferson. Jefferson takes a look at the line. He calls a signal and the snap is made. He looks like he's taking it by himself. He tries to get by the Cougars. He's coming out. He's stringing this play out. He's taking it near sideline. And number 35 is there for the Cougars to make the stop. And that's Lomu Efren. And the Cougars pick up, I would say, at least about 3 to 4, maybe 3 long yards. The ball comes across the 10-yard line, obviously. And they're about the 13, maybe 13 and a half. Jefferson, the ball carrier on that play. He's a little 5'7" guy, 155. A lot of small-sized players back there. But Morningside is notarized for their speed. No more Stace Bozeman back there, but let's see what Jefferson can do. And a broken play, it looks like. And the ball goes fake there by Jefferson. Had me fooled there. Number 35 for the Monarchs was the ball carrier there, and that was Peter Suggs. Excuse me, yes, Peter Suggs. He made a play defensively on the Cougars' first drive. Unsuccessful first drive. And it's a 3rd down and 6 says the scoreboard. 3rd down and 6. Announcer says 3rd down and 5. Let's say 3rd down and 5.5. Okay, Jefferson back there for the Monarchs. Morningside looks like a run play. He only needs 6 yards, but I would think they go to the air. And Jefferson dropping back. He's throwing it, and he makes it. He connects with number 81 for the Morningside Monarchs. That's Darnell Ned. Nice catch for Morningside, and that should be 6 or more yards. And the referee says it is, and they give Morningside, the visitors, the first down as they come inches before the 30-yard line. They're about on the 29.5 on the Morningside, say 30-yard line, give or take a couple inches. The Cougar fans trying to rally the players along with beautiful Hawthorne cheerleaders. See if that'll give them some momentum. The defense needs to pick it up a bit. And 5:40 left in the first quarter. Clock ticking away. Jefferson got 3 men in the backfield. One of them's gonna get the ball, I would think. And one does. The second man through, number 81, breaks a tackle and rolls across the 35-yard line, maybe 37-yard line, depends where the zebras, guys with the stripes, call it. And they do call it at the 39-yard line. Number 31, that's Eric Poland. And looks like they're coming close to a first down there. Picked up, I would say, about 9 yards. They got to get to the 40 to get a first down. 2nd down and 2, says the score booth. Well, I'm from the score booth. Scoreboard says 2nd and 2. 2 and 2. Jefferson with 3. Monarchs in the backfield once again. Cougars expecting a run. Most of their players up front. And this one's not going anywhere. Whoa. Nice hit there by number 35 for the Cougars. That was Lomu Ephraim. Beautiful stop there for little or no gain. Exactly, loss of 4, says the announcer here next to me in the next booth. And he didn't get across the line of scrimmage, so they're spotting it at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and about 5. And the Morningside Monarchs held the Cougars on their first drive. For those of you coming a little late here on Channel 60, Rufus Washington is not here. I'm his substitute announcer, partner during most past games. Just happened to be here in the neighborhood, thought I'd entertain you. And the Monarchs dropping back to pass. Cougars all over that play, but it is dropped. Nice coverage there by number 11 for the Cougars, and that's Jones Monjero. He swatted the ball away from the receiver there. Looked like it was going in the grasp. However, play is not complete. That makes it a 4th down and 5. The Monarchs have plenty of distance to punt the ball, and it looks like they will. Unless they have a trick punt here, fake punt. Something the Cougars are known for, with their trick plays. Covered the Cougars last year, 12-2 championship season record, Division III champs. Trying to kind of defend that title here as they're doing a little bit of what they did last year, losing to Loyola in the opener. And if this is anything like deja vu last year, Morningside's in for a long night. And number 81 punts it. However, number 35 blocks it, and 81 once again knocks it down. 35 with the tackle for the Cougar. That's Lomu Ephraim with the block and the tackle. And number 81 on that Morningside play there, Darnell Ned. Little dejected right now. This has to be excellent scoring position for the Hawthorne Cougars with 3:45 left in the first quarter. Everybody looks a little bit happy here on the right side. On the near side, Hawthorne is all pumped up, ready to go. Cheerleaders and the players a little bit pumped up for that too. I would think so. Kenji Tatum, number 4, checking out the line, gets the ball. Cheney with the ball, big hole right side, breaks the tackle, and he crosses the goal line for the touchdown. Hawthorne High School scores first with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Eric Cheney, the former Knight. And now the new knight in shining armor for Coach Robbins and the Cougars. Initiated there the first Cougar touchdown of the year here at Halcott Field. And let's see what happens here. Okay, the defensive people jump back over to the other side. The swinging gate, or swinging door. Number 7 for the Cougars, ready to kick the ball. That's Alex Estrada. Takes a short hop. Number 4 scoops it. Estrada puts it through the uprights, and it's good. That adds the extra point. Should be 7-0. Nice play there by Kenji Tatum, showing that he can scoop up the ball as well as throw it and hand it off. Tatum made that play work, because without the sure hands of Kenji Tatum, Alex Estrada kicks up air. Okay, 7-0 with 3:40 in the first quarter, first period, I would say. And let's hope you've enjoyed these past couple minutes. Morningside being shut out here with first 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first period. Hawthorne special teams going out to the field. And number 7, the ball carrier once again, that's Alex Estrada. He's the main man for the PATs, point afters. And he looks like he's the main man with the kickoffs. Justin Stallings handles the punt duties. And Morningside looking at a 7-0 deficit here. And the Monarchs, once, like I said at the beginning of the game, they are 0-1. No wins, 1 loss here early in the preseason. Number 22 switches with number 2 for Morningside. Rashid Reed, number 2 on the far side. And number 1, Lamar Reed, brothers. One's a senior, one's a freshman. A lot of experience here for those younger players. And Estrada with a kick, a little short kick, crosses the 30 up to the 25. Reed, number 2 with the ball, puts a move, takes a little jump, and he's pushed out of bounds by a host of Cougars. Number 1 was there, Khaleesi Moala, for the sudden impact. Rashid picks up about 12 yards on that play.
Tackled by number 1, Khaleesi Moala.
Moala with a hit, and the ball is spotted at the 20. Corrections. Check that, 35-yard line. Morningside 35-yard line. They'll take the ball at the 3-minute and 34-second mark of the first period. First down, they have to get across the 45-yard line for the first down. And number 51, big Cougar there for Hawthorne, Daniel Dorsey up on the line, anchoring the line. Let's see if he can spearhead that unit. And Jefferson once again. Patrell Jefferson with the ball for Morningside after he takes a snap right now. He fakes a little handoff and he gets stuck. No gain. And the man I just mentioned, number 51, he's all hyped up. Number 51, Daniel Dorsey, one of the main men that Cougar head coach Robbins is expecting a lot of tackles from. And there's one to add to the list right there. Cougars maintain the line, and Morningside loses a yard or two. They're on the 34-yard line. Okay, Morningside with a little razzle-dazzle shift there at the last second. 2 men in the backfield, 2 men here for the near side. Set to receive. I would think it's a pass play, and yes it is. Number 81 wide open, comes up short. And number 5 for the tackle, and number 45 there. Number 45 there for the Cougars is not on the list here, but number 5, Kelvin Hunter with the tackle. And they only pick up a couple yards there as the ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. It is a 3rd down situation. 3rd down and about 7 yards for Morningside. Another pass situation. However, you never know. Morningside may pull out a little rush play on the ground. Offensive unit led by the center, number 50 for Morningside, and that's Noverto Gallegos. One of the few Hispanics on the line there for the Cougars, for the Morningside Monarchs. Two receivers here on the near side. And Jefferson going for the pass. He's in the air. No, he's not. He's taking it himself. Picks up a couple yards. And he crosses the first down. Just barely picks it up by a yard. And Morningside keeps it alive there. Jefferson elects to keep it on the ground. Then he strings it out across the 45-yard line. He's at the 46-yard line of Morningside. And once again, Hawthorne's defense letting it get by there. See if they stand up to the test on this next drive. First down and 10. The Morningside Monarchs have to get to the Cougar 44-yard line for a first down. Let's see what they do on their first play. 1:10 left. By the time he hikes it, it'll be about 1:10 left in the first period. And too much time there, says the penalty. Flag thrower, the referee. And it's a delay of game. Morningside will have a little longer way to go as they move the marker back 5 yards. And once again, the visiting Morningside Monarchs looking a little sloppy here in the first half. Still, long ball game, long season. It's only the second game of the preseason. Both teams 0-1, no wins, 1 loss. Both teams looking for their first win of the year. And for Morningside, would be a big upset here as they lost to crosstown rival Inglewood last week. And I don't think that Hawthorne wants to give up a loss here at home. Jefferson dropping back. He passes short. It short hops the receiver. Incomplete. Second down. And like I said earlier here, Rufus Washington, the main man with the microphone, not here. Alex Manila here for you. Sports writer for Coast Media Newspapers, filling in for Rufus. However, Mike Galarza, the head honcho down in the van there, putting this show together, informed me that Rufus will be back next week as Channel 60 brings you Gardena against Hamilton. City teams, city action, tough city action. But the Bay League champs here, tri-champs Cougars, holding off Morningside. Nice move by number 2 as he zigzags around for a couple yards there. That's Rashad Reed, brother of Lamar Reed. And their father is Raymond Reed, a photographer on the sideline there. Nice photographer. He takes a lot of good photos for the Inglewood News. Pretty handy when Pops could be around with a camera. A lot of memories. Capture those precious moments on Kodak film or any other. And once again, third down for Morningside. 3rd and about 9. Scoreboard says 3rd and 10. I could be wrong. Most of the times I am. And let's see, Jefferson. See if he elects to take it himself again on a long yard play. Drops back to pass. He throws it straight up. Number 1 under it, and it goes through his fingers. And Reed, Lamar this time, looking for pass interference. However, number 3, Omar Morgan, one of the better speedy receivers for the Cougars, did not interfere there. Comes up to a 4th down, and Morningside looks like they're going to punt the ball away. And 7 seconds left in the first period. 7 whole seconds, a lot can happen in that time. And Morningside, number 81, the kicker, that also does a little bit of receiving. Darnell Ned. Back, gets the ball short and punts it away straight up to about the 30-yard line. And Stallings at the 25. He's coming around here and he gets hit hard, but he hangs tough. Number 44 looks like he took a lot of that bell ringing himself. Number 44 for Morningside is apparently not here on the roster. Call him the unknown tackler for right now. Okay, the Cougars with no time left.
That's the end of the first quarter. What's the score?
7-0 advantage as the Cougars will take the ball, open up the second period. And let's take a break. We'll be right back. Channel 60 football action after these moments. myself, Alex Manila, Mr. Jock Talk, sports writer for Coast Media Newspapers. Kenji Tatum with the ball, 12 minutes up on the board. He passes right away. Stallings with a catch, and he tries to break one break, 2 tackles, and he gets to the 35-yard line of Morningside territory. And that's the sure-hand receiver I saw plenty of games last year. Good to see him back in shape there, rebounding from that little fumbled punt last Saturday at Glendale High School. Loyola plays their home games there. It's good to see him back with the sure-handedness, God-given talent that he was blessed with. Cougars first down in Morningside territory, inching away. 35-yard line, 11:30 on the clock. And Tatum fakes it, gives it to number 1 Moala, and he crosses the 20-yard line. Kalisi Moala. Love that name, Moala. Okay. Crosses the 20-yard line. He's on the 20-yard line. The referee spotted at the 20. First down with 11 minutes and about 10 seconds. Tatum back at the helm, scoping up the defense. And number 4, Kenji Tatum, senior quarterback for the Cougars. He takes a snap with 11 minutes exactly, passes to Stallings. Stallings breaks a tackle, breaks 2, spins by 3. And nice tackle by the Morningside quarterback. Petrell Jefferson, number 12, stopping what would have been for sure a touchdown. A beautiful spinning touchdown would have been. Justin Stallings gets the Cougars to about the 8-yard line. First down and 10. First down and 10 at about the 8. Let's say first down and 8. 2 more, you're in the end zone. Okay. Morningside once again playing for the coverage, trying to halt the Cougar drive here. And Kenji Tatum hands it off to Moala, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and rolls close to the goal line. And they say there's a fumble. Morningside recovers. Fumble Cougars. And that's not what the Cougar faithful wanted to hear. Taking congratulations and the credit for that fumble. Once the players get away from him, number 81, their punter, their all-purpose one-man, Darnell Ned. For the Morningside players of City of Inglewood, they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ball was fumbled in the end zone. Tough break for Moala there. And with 10:23, the visiting Monarchs will get the ball and try to get out of their territory and across the 50 into Cougar territory. Jefferson, once again, Petrell Jefferson, quarterback for Morningside, the side. Monarchs taking the Cougars on. And here we go, 10:23 on the clock. Handoff, fumbled. Cougars fall on it. Number 45 for the Cougars. 45, once again, not on the roster. We need his name and number. He's getting a lot of action here. Like to give credit to where credit is due. And we got the camera on him. Okay, good job there. One favor deserves another. Khaleesi coughs it up to the Morningside Monarchs. And the Morningside Monarchs return the favor as number 45, the unknown recovery man for the Cougars, gets the ball. In a couple seconds, I'll have his name for you. He's not listed here, but I'm sure my partners, my buddies over here announcing the game will let me know who that infamous ball receiver was. Kenji Tatum with the ball. Looks like he's going to pass. He does. Number 11 there with a catch. And he's in there for the score. Cougars with the lead. 13-0 at the 9-minute and 45-second mark of the second period. Number 11, Moan Harrow Jones. Moan Harrow Jones getting all the congratulation pats on the helmet. And Estrada, they hike it. Kenji Tatum takes it. Another trick play in the bag of tricks for Robbins. That was Kenji Tatum, the ball carrier that never went down on his knees. Got the snap and takes it in. One of the advantages of having that open side, a play that the Monarchs sure were in disarray. A little confused there as well. What am I gonna do? Hey, I don't know. Tackle Tatum. Apparently they could not. Tatum goes in for 2 points instead of the extra point. The conversion play there adds 2 points to the score. 13 plus 2 makes it 15. In any kind of math class that you went to, I went to Lusinger. Unfortunately, they do know how to add, and all you need is basic math to look up on the scoreboard and see 15-0. Cougar favor. That should liven up the crowd a little, just a little, seeing how they could score here on their first drive of the second drive of the second period. Stuck on quarters here like if it was basketball season. I'm glad basketball season was done with. Bring on the real sport. Bring on some football, high school football at its best right here from Hellcat Field in the city of Hawthorne. Hawthorne. And the Cougars ready to kick. And Estrada, number 7, boots it. And it takes a bounce. Goes out to the 19-yard line. Reed with the ball. Can't get anywhere. Flag on the play. Nice tackle there by number 20 for the Cougars, and that was Adam Lowry, and along with a couple other Cougars. Flag on the play. Let's see what the play is. It probably will be on the Cougars. Maybe late hit, maybe not. We'll see. And while we have a break in the action, Channel 60's first game, preseason opener right here. And Cougars leading the ball game 15-0, shutting out the Monarchs here in the first half. 9 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first half. Second period action. Got it right that time. Second period. And let's see what the Cougars have, or what they will be penalized with. Morningside not going anywhere. And the referee is going over the play with Morningside and Monarch Darnell Ned, their all-purpose man, elects to push the Cougars back a couple yards as the ball will be spotted at around the 35-yard line. Morningside taking advantage of the penalties here. Usually I'm covering this game for the paper. Got the night off. I'm in the hot seat. And let's see what this 10-year veteran sports writer from the city of Hawthorne could do for you. Baseball, softball are my main sports. That's why they get so much coverage in the paper. And let's see what this sports writer turned announcer could do for you guys. And it will not be spotted at the 35-yard line. Apparently, they're going to re-kick it, kick it over from a couple yards back. Morningside will get another chance to run this ball. And once again, Estrada preparing his right foot to make contact with that ball. 9:41 up on the clock. 15-0 Cougar advantage. Hawthorne Cougars as they shift to the far side. Estrada boots it, one hop to the 30, to the 25. Reed with the ball on the 26-yard line, stumbles, and what would have been a long break is still a fairly long break. I'd say 5, 10, 15, 21 yards on that one. Reed stumbles. Lamar Reed, brother of Rashad Reed, and sons of Raymond Reed. The Reed connection getting plenty of playing time here. One's a freshman, one's a senior. About 9 minutes and about 10 seconds for Morningside. Their first down on their 46-yard line. And Jefferson tosses it out to number 22, and he's not on the roster either. Okay, let's see who put this roster together. Did not have a couple of the main players. We'll call number 22 the mysterious ball carrier. A lot of mystery people out there as they lose a couple yards. 2 to be exact, or 1.5, give or take a couple inches. Second down and 13 for Morningside. 8 minutes and about 30 seconds left. Morningside looking to get up on the scoreboard and break this shutout here early in the first half. Jefferson behind the center, 3 men in the backfield. Morningside with the ball. Jefferson hands it off, and the ball is fumbled. Number 2, the ball carrier, Reed. Number 18 recovers it for the Cougars. Number 18, Hugo Valadares with the ball. Number 18 recovered it. And once again, Morningside has fumbleitis. Last Friday night against Inglewood, Morningside fumbled 12 times. Sloppy play. 12, 8 of which were within their 20-yard line. You can see how Inglewood scored so many points. And Cheney with the ball, makes a move, busts the tackle. He's got room. He's zigzagging his way over to the 25-yard line. Yeah, nice tackle there by Morningside. The big guy for Morningside, number 65 on that one. And that's Milton Gilbert. Milton Gilbert. And the ball's on the 25-yard line. Cheney taking the Cougars a little closer. Hey, maybe they'll score a couple more points before they go into halftime. 7 minutes and about 30-something seconds. Kenji Tatum, right behind the center. That's Josué Torres. And number 3, Omar Morgan with the ball and a flag on the play. Morgan, number 3, 5'8", 160 senior. And the Morningside was clapping their hands apparently, and it is now official, a Cougar penalty, pushing Hawthorne back a couple yards. And Tatum awaiting the play from Coach Robbins and the coaching staff. Robbins with his signals. Cougars moving back to their 45-yard line of Morningside. Holding penalty it was. And Cougars ready for a long play. First and long. Whoa, they got to get over to the 15-yard line, it looks like, for a first down. Let's see what the Cougars have up their sleeves. Kenji over to Morgan. Morgan takes it far sideline. He's beat everybody. He could be in. He dives, and he is in there. Touchdown, Cougars. And the cheerleaders get another workout as they go over to the end zone. Omar Morgan goes in for the touchdown. 21-0 advantage for Hawthorne. Looks like somebody's running up a score here in the first half. 21 points, usually what they get in a whole game. And they call timeout. Morningside calls timeout. Peter Suggs calls timeout. And we'll take a break in the action. Kick back, relax. We'll be right back.
Next Thursday, the Cougars take on the Southside Spartans at South Torrance. Game time at 7:30. The next Cougar home game will be
Okay, welcome back, sports fans. We're here at Hellcat Field. This is Alex Manila rocking the mic for Channel 60. I don't know if I'm rocking the mic or the Hawthorne Cougars are just rocking the Monarchs. Any way you look at it, 21-0 lead for Hawthorne. Welcome back. Let's see if they do the same thing they made on their last touchdown. A swinging gate or swinging door. Either way you look at it, they're swinging on the far side there. Hawthorne with the ball for the apparent extra point. Moala the center, and the line comes up. Kenji Tatum, number 4, the ball carrier, ball holder. Alex Estrada, the kicker. There's a snap, there's a kick, and it is through the uprights for the exclamation point. Add another point up there. There it is. 22-0 Hawthorne with plenty of minutes left to play, exactly at the 7-minute mark. Omar Morgan goes in on a fantastic drive, zigzagging his way, beating the whole Morningside defense as he dove into the far corner of the end zone for the 6 points. Alex Estrada, the senior kicker for the Cougars, adds the extra point. And as easy as that, Hawthorne takes a commanding 22-0 lead. This game's getting a little out of hand, but hey, looks good in the stats. Let's see what Hawthorne has planned here as they will kick off to Morningside. 7 minutes up on the board, 22-0, second period action. Rufus Washington not here for you guys. I'll take care of you for this game. And Alex Estrada back there to kick. Foot should feel a little sore there, getting a lot of action on his foot. Let's see what Estrada has planned. A kick, he boots it straight up, and it goes to about the 20-yard line out of bounds. Referee throws the yellow hanky. And we'll see where the ball is spotted, if or not they will have to kick over. Cougars coming back. It looks like they will kick it over. And the cheerful cheerleaders getting a workout as they walk back on in their positions. And they're going to have a lot to cheer about tonight. A lot of action here in just a period and a half. 7 minutes left to play in the second period. Kenji Tatum takes a little breather, walking up and down the sideline. Number 4, senior quarterback, takes a break on the bench, and as soon as play resumes, they'll put the ball on the 40-yard line, the kick over, and they put it on the 35-yard line of Hawthorne High School. Once again, the Cougars here at Hal Cap Field, trying to go undefeated here at home, and so far it looks like they will do that unless they got some miraculous comeback here up their sleeve. Morningside looking for the upset, which looks pretty doubtful now, 22-0, but anything's possible here. They have a whole 2 periods and 7 minutes to play. There's the kick. It's deep, and it looks like it will roll to the 10-yard line. Number 24 gets a hit there. Number 20. Woo! Adam Lowry. He's making a lot of contact here. And he's a senior. 165 pounds there. 5'11". Looks like a big boy hit there. That was a big hit there by a 5'11" size 165 player. Special teams with the tackle there. Also, Lomu Ephraim gets a couple pats on the shoulder pads for the successful stop. And Morningside, 6:34. First down on the 10-yard line. First and 10, 6:20 on the clock. Jefferson, the quarterback, 6:20 on the clock. There it is. And Jefferson hands it off. Cougars try to strip it, and bouncing around for Morningside is Eric Poland. He gets stopped by a host of Cougars. And second down and about 5 for the visiting Morningside Monarchs as they try to get up on the board here before halftime, get a little momentum going. And the visiting Monarchs faced with a 2-5 situation. 5 minutes and about 30 seconds by the time they hand it off. Snap it off. 3 Monarchs in the backfield. Jefferson takes a look, checks it out, and he gets the snap, hands it off to one of the backmen. And a lot of confusion going on. Whoa, a big loss there.
Number 12 is dropped for a
Nice
loss.
play by the Cougars, led by Brass Michael Brass.
Michael Pratt.
He was in there, the big guy with the stop. Third down and longer.
Loss of 5 on the play.
They lost 5 yards on that play. Less than 5 minutes left to play here. They got to get to the 20-yard line for a first down. Let's see if Morningside can do something in the air, because looks like there's not much going on the ground. Okay, little shift in the alignment. 2 men go deep. Jefferson checking out his offensive line. The count and the snap. He looks like he's going back to pass, just as I predicted. He doesn't have anybody open. He's taking it himself. He runs out of bounds. Whoa, he's pushed out of bounds. Trampled. Tyrell White on that. Tyrell White, number 34 for Hawthorne. Number 34, 205 pounds. The big stud, 6'1". Tyrell White running out, the quarterback Jefferson. And Morningside faced with a 4th and 4 situation. I wouldn't try to risk it, and I don't think Morningside will either. Looks like they're gonna punt the ball away. And their punter, Darnell Ned, he will be the kicker.
Number 81.
And Stallings on the far side. And Morgan on the near side. And it will be Morgan. Off his helmet, boots it. And the number 10 for the Cougars picks it up, saves. Morgan. Whoa. Here's one for the highlight reel. Aaron Butler saves Omar Morgan. That's a heads-up play in other ways. I guess you can call it a heads-up play. Right off the helmet of Morgan into the hands of Aaron Butler. And Morningside assumes the position as defense. And Hawthorne recovers at their 44-yard line. Morningside set to defend. 3 minutes and about 20-something seconds. By the time Kenji hikes it, it'll be 3 minutes and 15 to be exact. Officially, boom, incomplete. Kenji once again not having much success in the air against Loyola. 5 of 22 or 21, I think. I can go back and look at my notebook, but I don't think Tatum wants to be reminded of the Loyola game. And just to be official, he was 6 of 22 in the game for 71 yards. Turn the pages back. Whole new ball game, whole new week. Whole new Cougar team scoring 22 points. More points than they did against Division I Loyola last Saturday at Glendale. And Kenji, loses a couple yards. Number 81, their punter. And now one of their leading tacklers, Darnell Ned, makes a stop for Morningside. The ball at the 41-yard line. 2 minutes and less than 50 seconds. Clock ticking away. Coach Dan Robbins gives out the sign. Kenji relays it to the huddle. They break and hit the line. Let's hope you're enjoying Channel 60 Sports here. Preseason opener football action at the high school level. Here at Hellcat Field, Hawthorne with a 22-0 lead. Kenji, fake handoff, and Ned up in the air and stopped. Kenji gets stopped by Brandon Moore. Number 72 for Morningside. And looks like Morningside finally stepping up the defense here. 4th down and long. How long, you say? About 10 yards. Doesn't look like they're gonna go for it. But then again, with Robbins at the helm, the past 3 years, I've seen a lot of things I didn't think they'd do. Okay, Stallings ready to punt at the 25-yard line. And it's a fake, there it is. Well, I called it, folks. Hike. Whoa, Cheney dazzles everybody, fumbles the ball. Let's see if Morningside recovers. I think there was a Cougar on the ball. And Cheney, lucky, saved again. Heck of a play. And they're still struggling for the ball. Referee already signaled Cougar ball. And recovering the ball is number 71. And that's Renee Sandoval.
27 yards on the pass, completion.
Saved by the bell there. 51 in there, also seeing action, Daniel Dorsey. It's the kind of game where you want to try everything. Don't hold back any punches. 1 minute and less than 20 seconds. Kenji hands off to Cheney. And boom, out to across the 39-yard line. And looks like we're halted at 1 minute and 10 seconds. Cougars take timeout. Dan Robbins going out to talk to his Cougars. Second down and about 8 yards will be the call. Man, like I predicted, folks, never assume the probable here against the Cougars. I've seen them all. The past 10 years, I've seen Curtis Conway dazzle us. The Comet streaking with Larry Reed at the helm and Goy Casillas. Those years are gone, but not forgotten. A new breed of Cougars take over as the Robin era began 2 years ago. And 22-0 for those of you just joining us. Missed a heck of a ball game so far. Sure, there's a lot more where that came from. Offensive production by the Cougars, 22-0. Looking like a shutout here in the first half.
Second down and 8 for the Cougars.
Second and 8, says the announcer.
37-yard line.
Ball is out to 38, let's say, of Morningside. Let's see what Robbins sent in for the play. Morgan breaks a tackle. Looks like he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. Well, somebody did. And luckily for Morningside, they did, or else we'd be looking at 7 more points up there. Nice tackle there by Morningside, saving what would have been another Omar Morgan touchdown run. And once again, Robbins coming on out to the field. There's a timeout.
25 yards on the run.
And a 25-yard scamper there by Morgan. Took a couple seconds off the clock. There is now a minute and 1 second left to play in the first half. Cougar football here as Hawthorne High School is dominating Morningside High School, 22-0. We hope you're enjoying this first half of play. This is Alex Manila, sports writer for the Hawthorne-Lawndale Community Newspapers. And it looks like I'm here by myself. I'm going solo. No Rufus Washington. Let's hope he's okay. I don't think he's stuck in traffic. Maybe there was personal reasons he is not here. And there's no color man. I'm the color man and the play-by-play guy. Hey, as long as we have somebody here, it's better than nothing. And the referee says time in. Robbins comes off the field, trots off the field. And the Cougars looking to get up on the board. Looking to maybe get 28, 29 points up there as they head into halftime. And Moala, nothing. No daylight, plenty of white jerseys. Morningside all over Khaleesi. There was a -2 yards there on that play. And the Cougars, faced with 40 seconds left, they're rushing it here. Hurry up offense, 35 and ticking. Kenji Tatum, fake handoff, fake everybody. He's taking it himself, it passes, incomplete, stops the clock at 27 seconds. And Tatum, a little bit overthrown, a little bit wide there. However, he will get another chance with 27 seconds. And Morningside going for a little moral victory here if they could halt this drive. And Robbins calling the play. crosses his hands. And here's a tough name. Sepesi Ponotini goes in. The big guy, number 87. And he's a little confused, but he finds a spot on the end. Like that name, Sepesi. Okay, Kenji Tatum. Oh, terrible sack there. Well, it's an outstanding sack if you're a Morningside watcher. 72, Michael Brass. Excuse me, 72, Michael Brass is for Hawthorne, and he's over here on the sideline somewhere. 72 is Brandon Moore for Morningside. Rookie mistake. Rookie announcer, what do you expect? Hey, but I'm trying. Here we go, Cougars. Face 13 seconds left. 4th down. Looks like they're going for a field goal. Field goal will be held by Kenji Tatum, the Cougar quarterback. And once again, what appears to be a 25, 26, 27, let's say 37-yard field goal attempt by Estrada. May not be. See what trick play the Cougars have planned, if any. Estrada getting a little antsy. And Morningside head coach in there. Morningside head coach is Ron Tatum, longtime head coach for the Monarchs. Estrada attempting a 37-yard field goal. Will be spotted at the 27, at 10 with the end zone. The ball is up. Kick is through. Yes, sir. Estrada splits the uprights for 3 more points. And let's tally it up. 25-0. 25-0 with 7 seconds left to play. Morningside will get the ball back on the kickoff. And the only way they can score is if they run it back on the kick or their first play, because that's about all they'll have left. 7 seconds left to play in the first half, and the band pumps everybody up. Gotta love that beat. Take it away, band.
Kicking off for the Cougars, number 7, Alex Estrada.
And the beat goes on. Okay, once again, Cougars with a commanding lead, 25-0. Hawthorne's Alex Estrada, I don't think any relation to Eric, boots it way back. Reed at the end zone, and he goes in into the end zone. Referee spots it at the goal line. Spots the foot at the goal line. Ball will be out to the 20. 5 seconds, only 2 seconds off of the clock. And just as I mentioned, Morningside will probably have this play. And we'll head into the locker room, hoping to find a solution to the 25-point deficit. 5 seconds left. This should be the last play. Morningside, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. And they'll either drop down on a knee or rush it. And they do drop down on the knee. Jefferson lets the clock go. 3, 2, 1. And we have halftime, folks. Let's hope you stay with us. 25-0 Hawthorne lead. Channel 60 Sports. Let's hope you enjoy the festivities. Alex Manila will be right back with the mystery people's names and all the halftime stats. See ya.
Now for your halftime enjoyment, here are
All right, Channel 60 sports fans, welcome back to Hellcat Field. Hawthorne High School, the home team, is leading Morningside, the Monarchs. Cougars are leading 25-0 as we prepare to take the second half. Once again, this is Alex Manila. Our apologies here. Mr. Rufus Washington could not be with us here tonight, and I'm still waiting for his arrival. Better late than never, but it looks like you guys are stuck with me. And I'll try to do my best here as you've suffered through one half with me. How about another half? If you don't like it, turn down the volume. We're getting ready for the second half here. Hawthorne High School will receive the ball, and Morningside will kick it off. Second half football. Let's get ready to rumble. Kickoff is to Moala at the 15. Khaleesi dodges, gets a block, and falls on the 33-yard line. Okay, first half stats. Total offense for Hawthorne High School, 129 yards. Total offense for Morningside, only 43 yards. Okay, big difference there. Kenji Tatum, number 4 senior quarterback, is 7 for 10 with 116 yards and 1 TD. Eric Cheney, he's in the backfield there. And he's number 6, of course. He has 5 carries for 60 yards. Omar Morgan, he's number 3. And we'll get to his stats as he passes the Stallings over the shoulder catch. And he runs out of bounds at about the 29-yard line of Morningside. Nice pass from Kenji Tatum. Just added a couple more yards to his 116. Justin Stallings ran out of real estate there at about the 31-yard line of Morningside. And each team had 1 turnover in the first half. Let's hope it's not as sloppy in the second half as the first half was. And Omar Morgan, 2 carries, had 59 yards. Let's see if he gets some action. Moala, number 1. And it's Cheney. Cheney drags a tackler with him. And he crosses the 30-yard line. And they spot it at the 27-yard line. Make that 28. Hawthorne Cougars taking a commanding 25-0 first half lead. And Kenji Tatum scoping out the defense. He takes a snap, fake handoff. He takes it himself. And he busts a little, halted at the scrimmage, and he takes it up to about the 21-yard line, maybe the 20. And Hawthorne mixing it up here. Tatum with the long pass to Stallings. Fake handoff at this first down. Any quarterback keeper. He takes it out to the 20-yard line. Hawthorne, 1st and 10. They have to get to the 10-yard line for a first down with 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third period. No pitch. There's a pitch. Cheney takes a cut, breaks a tackle, and he crosses the 10. He will be close to a first yard. He will be a little short, though. One referee is standing at the 12. The other one's at the 11. And the announcer says he gained 8 yards. That's 2 more to go. Second down. And a long 2. And let's see. Defensively, when the Cougars get on the defensive side, I'll let you know who their leading tacklers are. And Kenji Tatum with the ball. Hands off to Morgan. He trips and falls at the 10-yard line. No flags on the play. Morgan losing his traction. It would have been a big yard play there. And it is now 1 yard to go for a first. Third down at the 11-yard line. Hawthorne, once again, totaling 129 yards. Let's see if they could come close to that in the second half here. Okay, Tatum hands it off to Morgan. Flag on the play. Morgan slips again, recovers and falls as he crosses the 10. Flag is thrown at the line of scrimmage, and it appears to be a possible Cougar penalty. And it's holding on Hawthorne. They'll move the ball back. And Hawthorne will now face a 3rd and long. Cougars commit the penalty, and they spot the ball around the 20-yard line. And with 8 minutes and about 40 plus seconds by the time they hike the ball, Hawthorne will be faced with a 3rd and 10-yard line. 10 yards from the 20. And Tatum, the quarterback, drops back, passes to Stallings. Stallings hops, leaps, and he scores. Touchdown for Stallings. Nice pass by Kenji Tatum. Combination that I'm sure the whole Bay League will be pretty familiar with and have been. Okay. Once again, the Hawthorne line on the near side. Moala, the center. He waits for his line. Kenji Tatum, number 4, the holder. And number 7, Alex Estrada, excuse me. And my pronunciation is correct, and so is the kick. It is good as well. The uprights are split once again, and the score is now 32-0. At the 8-minute and 31-second mark, Hawthorne appears to be on their way to a shutout. And I'll stay quiet because every time I say something's going to happen, it usually doesn't. But in my case, it has been happening. So, for Hawthorne, successful drive. Nice pass by Kenji Tatum to one of his favorite receivers, number 9, Justin Stallings. And this looks like the Cougar team that everyone expected, especially the sports writers and coaches, as Hawthorne was ranked number 1 in Division III. And I'm pretty sure they dropped a couple rankings, maybe to number 4 or 5, and after the defeat to Loyola. Loyola remains top ranked in the state, in the nation. Probably moved up from the number 18 ranking. And enough of Loyola. Estrada with a kick from the 40. Line drive. Bounces out to the 10. It goes deeper. And number 24 from Morningside picks it, puts a move on, gets across the 10, and that's it. That's all he'll get. And once again, number 24 is not listed here. And I told you I'd try to get you some mystery people's name. And unfortunately, they could not be reached. Anyone from Morningside, those are the mystery people. But we do know that number 45 is Celso Castro. He is number 45 and not listed here, and he is not number 36, which was listed originally on the roster. And if this score gets up a little higher, look for Dan Robbins to put in a couple of his sophomores, which he has brought up from the sophomore team, which Morningside did not have a sophomore team. And playing time for a couple rookies. You never know, the future of the Cougars. Morningside with the ball at the 10. 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the third period. Jefferson, the quarterback, drops back. He's going deep. A wobbly pass, and it goes out of the reach of Omar Morgan. What would have been a big completion, big yard play for the Monarchs turns into an incompletion. And once again, 2nd down and 10. Morningside has to cross their own 20-yard line for a first down. And let's hope you stay with Hawthorne and follow them as next week or this week, since we will be watching this a little delayed from Friday night. Hawthorne will play South Torrance at South Torrance, the South High Spartans. And Morningside with the ball, 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Handoff, and nothing doing. Snuffed out by Moala and a couple other Cougars. 3rd down. 3rd down and about the same. 10 big yards. No gain, says the announcer. And the Hawthorne Cougars cruising in the third period. Morningside struggling as their total offense was only 43 yards. Their quarterback, Patrell Jefferson, was only 2 for 4 with 19 yards. And we'll get to their leading rusher in just a couple seconds. As Jefferson with the ball, and he drops back to pass, going deep again on the near side. It looks like it's going to get picked off, and it does. And Morgan with the recovery off the tip. And Morgan going side to side against the grain. He is knocked down, and Morgan having a spectacular night for the Cougars. But credit that play to Calvin Hunter. He tipped the ball, gave Omar Morgan the opportunity to intercept the ball, and Cougar ball at the Morningside 33-yard line. With 6 minutes and less than 30 seconds left to play, more action as Hawthorne appears to be on their way to another scoring drive. Being in the right place, two-man coverage, Hunter with the tip, Morgan with the snag. And the Cougars with 6 minutes and less than 10 seconds, Kenji with a handoff, Moala dragged down to the 3, and the way his head snapped down, it must have been a face mask. Face mask penalty, apparently, on Morningside. Purely speculation, but it looks like, yes, there it is. The referee went to his face, brought it down in a fist, and will mark up a couple yards. Hawthorne will either make it closer, and yes, they do, and an automatic first down. This is a big one. 15 yards. This is going to hurt, literally, as the ball is spotted at about the 15-yard line. And first and 10 for Hawthorne. 5 minutes and less than 50 seconds. Kenji takes it himself. He's going to the corner of the end zone, and he gets stopped short. One quarterback tackles another quarterback. Patrell Jefferson drops his shoulder pads, ducked his helmet, and knocked Tatum down at the 3-yard line. Don't see too much of that. That's one tired quarterback. Jefferson, defensively, offensively, he does it all. Excuse me. And now for Hawthorne. First down, 5 minutes and 44 seconds. They are about 2 yards away. And Hawthorne, with a 32 lead, takes the ball at the 2 or 3 yard line. Cheney trots into the end zone. And there we go, 6 more points. And the cheerleaders can't believe it. There goes their workout, hustling down to the end zone. Good for that cardiovascular. And you know their legs are in shape after last year's offensive production by Hawthorne. A lot of trips to the end zone, those cheerleaders. Get another workout here tonight. 38-0 on the board. Estrada with the PAT kicks it up over the scoreboard, and it is good. Count another point up there. 39-0 Cougar advantage. Eric Cheney, the transfer from Bishop Montgomery High School. And he is literally initiating his first year here. Eric Cheney, number 6. He's only 5'9". Pretty stocky with a 185 build. He's a senior. And he had 6 more points up to the total. Estrada would be the apparent kickoff person here. And Morningside still looking for the route into the end zone. So far, in 2.5 periods, they have struggled. However, we have seen glimpses of successfulness here and there. But Morningside has not been able to put it together. And Hawthorne doesn't know when to stop. Everything's going right. Estrada with a kickoff from the 40. And one of the Reed brothers on his knees, and that halts it at the 15-yard line of Morningside. Lamar Reed sliding on his knees to spot the ball at about the 17-yard line. And the leading tacklers for Hawthorne as they take the field in the first half. Number 35, Lomu Ephraim, had 2 tackles. And number 45 for the Cougars is Celso Castro. He had a solo tackle. And number 44, Kavika Purcell. He had a pair of tackles as well. Let's see if they could add to that statistic as Jefferson with the ball from 4 minutes and 48 seconds. It looks like a fumble. And the Cougars say they have it. Fumbleitis once again has struck Morningside. The 12 fumbles that they committed last week against Inglewood has plagued them again. Morningside recovers with 4 minutes and 40 seconds. The clock runs. And who would have thunk it? Fumbleia for the visiting Monarchs. Okay, Hawthorne with the ball at their own 14-yard line with 4 minutes and less than 10 seconds by the time they hike it to Tatum. And Cheney Moala in the backfield. It is Moala. He gets a big hole. He dodges. He twists and turns. And he crosses the goal line. However, there is a flag on the 15-yard line. And let's see what they do. It is an illegal motion penalty on the Cougars. They move the ball back and erase that touchdown for now. Moala still looking to get into the end zone. It is first down and 15 for Hawthorne. Tatum standing at about the 29-yard line, receiving the play from head coach Dan Robbins. Ball is spotted at the 19. And the play is distributed among the offensive line there. Once again, Eric Cheney, number 6, the back man. Not the Batman. Now they split up. Moala, number 1. Cheney on the right side, number 6. Pass? No. Tatum gets a little jittery and he scrambles and gets pulled back by number 86 there. And 86 is not on the roster. What else is new? Okay. Tatum gets a couple yards, if any. Now it is second down with under 3 minutes as soon as they snap the ball. It is now 3 minutes remaining and dwindling the clock. Once again, 39-0. Hawthorne Cougars with the lead. Kenji Tatum with the snap. Oh, he gets hit hard, but Moala receives the ball and gets tripped up at about the 10-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 35, Peter Suggs, a guy that is on the roster and in this program. And as I look through this program, 50 cents worth. Pretty nice program. A little headline here. It could be number 1 of those seasons for Hawthorne High School. A little article here, Xerox copied from the apparent LA Times South Bay section. A lot of publications ranking the Cougars up high. Let's see if they can live up to those expectations. And Cheney with the ball. Finds a hole. He squeaks. He dodges. He jumps. And he's in there again. But once again, Eric Cheney, number 6, with 2 minutes on the scoreboard. The Cougars turning this into a laugher. 45-0. And looks like they may be up for a record. Because with the 12 minutes in the fourth period and 2 minutes remaining in this third period, Hey, we're looking at 14 minutes, a couple more touchdowns, and we may be in the CIF record book. Okay, Estrada set up for the extra point. Kenji Tatum the holder. I don't expect any trick plays. Just the routine, split the uprights, Estrada field. There it is. Estrada puts his hands up like, hey, is that it? What's left? No challenge anymore. It looks like Alex Estrada with the PAT extra point. We're looking at 48 or 46-0. And with 2 minutes left, I'll take a little break. And when we return, Morningside will be receiving the ball. Okay, I'm back, and I hope you didn't miss me. As the fight song goes on for the Hawthorne Cougars, there you see a couple of the fans waving, cheering their pom-poms, waving their fists, and as appearing to pound the Morningside Monarchs, which their varsity football team is doing. They're pounding them all right, 46-0 with 2 minutes left, and Estrada, sore foot and all, boots it. A high pop fly to the 10-yard line. Reed gets it, makes a move, one-way dead end. Cougars all over him. Spearheaded by number 20 once again. That guy's all over the place. He was in the first half. Adam Lowry. Not so big of a player, but he's in all the right places. 1 minute, 54 on the clock as the referee does a circle with his arm, and that sets the clock running. And in 1 minute and less than 40 seconds, this period will be history. And it looks like on the sideline, Coach Robbins is warming up Stallings as quarterback replacement. Taking some snaps is Justin Stallings. Okay, no need to rub it in anymore. Might as well bring in the second and third stringers. Jefferson with the ball, 1st and 10. 1 minute and 20 left. Jefferson drops back, line drive pass over his intended receiver. And 86, you guessed it, he's not on the lineup. But then again, who is? I would say only about 20 guys are here. But anyways, next time we have a production here on Channel 60, we'll make sure we have the complete roster and lineup. And once again, you will see Gardena against Hamilton next Friday night as Channel 60's Mike Galarza, head honcho in charge, will take the crew of Channel 60 over to Gardena High School, and you'll see some city football at its finest. 1 minute and 14 on the clock. Jefferson with the ball. Hopefully Rufus Washington will make it too. He's a little bit more colorful than I am and more experienced. And Jefferson with the ball. Drops back to pass, a short little pass, tipped at the line. And number 34 was there for the tip for Hawthorne, and that is Tyrell White. In the first half, 2 first downs for Morningside. Not too good. While Hawthorne High School had 6 first downs. And as easy as that, Morningside is down to their 3rd down with 1 minute and 9 seconds. Defense setting ready to halt this. And we see Kelvin Hunter over here passing the ball as well, warming up his arm. Kind of in the proverbial football bullpen on the sidelines. So Robbins maybe will elect to go with a new quarterback and save Kenji Tatum some possible injuries. No need to let your star quarterback play out the 4th quarter if you're up by 46 points. Okay, we have a little timeout on the field. And while we have that timeout, I'll just browse through the 50-cent program, see if I got my money's worth. A lot of advertising here with the California Bar and Grill on one of the pages, a nice half-page ad, and Sports in Action, sporting goods on Hawthorne Boulevard. The owner is Jerry Flory, and he's getting his money's worth here with a 3-quarter ad. Okay, Hawthorne's schedule has followed. Excuse me, South Torrance once again on September 23. And on October 1st, they'll be at Culver City, Channel 60. Glad to be with you here because Lusinger is at West Torrance tonight. And Channel 60 would like to stay within the community and just go across town over here from Lawndale over to Hawthorne. And then soon you'll see the Olympians, but right now we're looking at the Cougars with 1 minute 9 seconds. Jefferson, the quarterback. QB for Morningside. Everybody jumps. There's the flag now. And they stop the play. And the referee signals a mistake against Morningside. Once again, the clock runs. And the official call there is an illegal motion against Morningside. And the penalties keep coming, just like the hits. And as we scan the field, a lot of happy faces, a lot of smiles. Cheerleaders have a lot to cheer about. As I was telling one of the cameramen up there, on top of the score booth, on top of the press box, I would say, I expected an offensive game, and we have one. A lot of action. And with about less than 30 seconds left to play in this third period, Jefferson, the QB, he drops back to pass. He goes deep. A nice spiral pass overthrown and off the hands of Calvin Hunter. But unfortunately, nobody was there to get the pickoff. Just sure-handed. Calvin Hunter deflects the ball for the incompletion. And Jefferson not too successful in the air. We see that little quarterback, Jefferson, 5'7", 155, 5'7", maybe with a helmet on. It looks like a 5'5" guy from here. That little guy's got an arm. But like we said, it's only preseason. They got a long season to go. So does Hawthorne, as their next 2 games will be on the road before coming back to Hal Cap Field October the 8th against Torrance, the Torrance Tartars. Okay, the punt here. In effect, a little high snap, one-handed by the kicker, 81. He boots it, and it rolls out to the 50-yard line. It goes into Hawthorne territory at their 49. And with 13 seconds left on the board, Darnell Ned gets the lucky bounce. And let's hope they get a couple other lucky bounces. If not, this could get into the 50s. Right now, the clock will run out, and I don't think Hawthorne can get it off with 8 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, and it doesn't look like it. Hawthorne will wait for the whistle to be blown. And the third period is history, folks. We'll take a little break here. 46-0. I'll be back in a couple minutes after this break.
Yeah, quarterback for the Cougars, number 9, Justin Stallings. Number 4 for fourth quarter, crowd.
Hold on. Okay, 9 for 12. 169. Okay, any rushing? Okay, we don't want to mention that. Okay, I'm back, and so are the Cougars. The final 12 minutes up on the scoreboard, and just as I noticed here on the sideline, why use Kenji Tatum when you got Justin Stallings, backup quarterback? Number 9 hands it off to Moala, and 72 all over him for Morningside. We have his name, that's Brandon Moore. He rides Moala down to the 43-yard line. And in about 11 minutes and 40 seconds, this game will be history. But for right now, Justin Stallings, backup quarterback, takes over for Kenji Tatum. Kenji enjoying the sidelines. Stallings flips it over to Cheney. Cheney goes sideline, and he comes back in play. He's got it. They're not going to catch him. It's a foot race. He's going to the end zone, and he's in there. 6 more points. Eric Cheney puts on the show. Oh, me, oh my. One heck of a run there by Eric Cheney. What's Bishop Montgomery's loss is Hawthorne High School's reward. They find the gem. Estrada calls timeout. And Estrada doesn't know what's going on. Hey, just split the uprights, kid. You got a 51-0 advantage. What do you want to do? Okay, Stallings back in. Maybe he'll hold it. Maybe he won't. You never know here with the Cougars. Now, number 7, Estrada with Omar Morgan now the holder. He's on a knee. Number 3, Omar Morgan. While Kenji Tatum looks like he's trotting back out on the field. No. Okay, Robbins is talking to Kenji Tatum on the sideline. Morgan, number 3, on his knees. And we got a timeout? Yes or no? No, we don't. And we have Morningside Monarch coming on the field. And no flags? Yes, there's a flag. The kick is up and it's good. And they should have called timeout. Okay, apparently it's 52-0. But Hawthorne goes back out on the field. Special teams back in there. A little bit confusion, and they're waving the flag, so the kick is up through the uprights, and Estrada has another extra point. 53-0. Okay, the final statistics on Kenji Tatum. He was 9 for 12, 9 completions in 12 attempts for 169 yards. Not bad in 3 quarters. A lot better than he did last week against Loyola, but now Loyola's history, and pretty soon Morningside will be too. 11 minutes and 13 seconds. And once again, the drum beat goes on and on as the cheerleaders assume their positions, and the fight song continues for the Cougars. Gotta love that beat. Something I look forward to every time I come down to Hawthorne High School. Cheerleaders all into it, having a good old time. Getting a workout along with Alex Estrada. Ball bounces on the goal line, and it is picked up. And whoa, we might have a safety here if we tackle him in the end zone. And no, they don't. Hawthorne stacks up the ball carrier out about the 3-yard line. Special teams doing a phenomenal job out there, holding the Morningside to minus yards. And as soon as Morningside gets the ball and the referee just signaled for the clock to run, they'll be all the way into their end zone for the huddle. 11 minutes just left on the scoreboard. Kenji Tatum taking a breather over on the sidelines. And so is the rest of the team. A lot of clean jerseys out there. A lot of guys getting a lot of playing time for Hawthorne. Defensively, Morningside with the ball at their own 3-yard line. 10 minutes, 35 seconds left. Jefferson hands it off. A little bit of breathing room. And what looked to be a little bit of yardage turns out to maybe no gain. Peter Suggs. And let's see where they spot the ball. Second down, and it looks like 8 yards. And Hawthorne doing a lot of substituting on the sideline. A lot of fresh players, clean jerseys coming in. And 2 men come out, and only 1 should come out. Let's see what happens. 1 player went in, 2 came out. Hopefully nobody notices. I'm sure Morningside will. There's a fake. And number 31 with the ball. He picks up about 3 yards there. Okay. Now for Morningside, they will be looking at 3rd down and 4 yards with a couple more sophomores going in. Like I mentioned earlier, Coach Dan Robbins expected a much improved team as opposed to last week. They had a very good practice all this week, he told me. He informed me that those white uniforms out there, white bottom uniforms, would be their sophomore players because Morningside does not have a sophomore program. And this is their Friday night to get a taste of the big boy action. And Jefferson back to pass. Throws a prayer. Underthrown and incomplete, batted away by the Cougar defender, number 3, Omar Morgan. Little Morgan all over the place. Batting passes. Intercepting passes. What more can he do? And a 4th down situation for Morningside. Coach Ron Tatum crossing his arms across the way over there. Thinks he's tried everything he has. Morningside just cannot stand the power of the Cougars. They're being outnumbered, outmuscled, outplayed, and outscored. There's the kick, a little wobbler. It bounces for about 5 yards and untouched into the end zone is my man, Omar Morgan. Oh, what more can I say about the little guy? 160, 5'8". He tips balls, he deflects balls, he intercepts balls, and he just scored a touchdown. Picks up the little squibbler, goes in about 15 yards, untouched on the far sideline. And this score is going higher and higher, just like inflation these days. 59-0, Estrada with the kick. And tally up another one. No. It is wide right. And there goes his perfect outing of the night. Kenji Tatum came in to hold on that one, and Estrada and Tatum going over that. Maybe to see how they can correct that next time. But for right now, Tatum will just take a seat and prepare for the next opportunity as the Cougars will kick off to Morningside with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in this 4th period. Clock shows 59-0. And this is a rout if I've ever seen one. But Morningside has to hold their heads up high because they're out here giving it their best and they're not quitters. Most teams would have just decided to just pack up and go home. Not the Monarchs. They're in for a long season, rebuilding year for Coach Ron Tatum, Tedrick Johnson, Roland Tatum, Lafayette Fletcher, and Barry Slocum. The Morningside coaching staff will have the work cut out for them this year. Estrada with the kickoff. This was a towering high fly down to the 5-yard line. And Reed breaks a couple tackles, and he is dropped down to the 19-yard line. Pretty good run by Rashad Reed. And here we go. Cougars on defense. And let's see what happens now. Let's see if we can get into the 60s. Hey, we've come this far. 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Starters get to rest. And surely they deserve it. And a lot of clean uniforms once again out there on defense for the Cougars. Morningside trying to get a first down here. On their first down, pitches out to number 22. Morningside gets nowhere. A one-on-one situation. Number 40, Enrique Hernandez. Takes care of the ball carrier. That was number 22. He's not on the roster here, so he's the mystery ball carrier once again. And they lost 5 yards on there thanks to Enrique. Little number 80 going out there on the field. That's Elton Jenkins. And number 64 also, Alex Del Toro. He's a junior. And Elton Jenkins, he's a senior. A little senior. And he's going back on cornerback position. Let's see what Morningside has planned for the defense. It's a deep pass, a nice pass. This one might be complete. And there's a flag on the play, 2 flags on the play, and it would have been complete. However, looks like a pass interference situation. And the receiver was hit before the ball was within his grasp. So, and it is called that, just that. Cougars will back up. And Robbins going over the corrective procedure and how to deflect the ball without interfering on the sideline. Ball is placed at the 31-yard line, the Morningside 35-yard line. And Morningside gets a first down. And as being announced on the PA, it is announced that that is Morningside's first down of this half. Okay, they got it the cheap way, but they got it at least. And let's see if that leads to another one for Morningside. Patrell Jefferson, short pass. No, he goes deep. This one might be, and it's not, overthrown. Ned Darnell Ned was the intended receiver on that play. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left as the Cougars look for a shutout here. And this may not be their first shutout. It will be their first shutout, correction, of the season, this young season, but the way the Cougars are playing, this might not be the only one. Hawthorne with a superb defense. Second down and about 11 yards for Morningside. Morningside with the ball, and QB Jefferson hands off and he fumbles. Okay, he gets saved by number 81. However, they lose a lot of yards there. That's Darnell Ned with the save, number 81. Third down and about a mile. Half the field to go, let's say. Play it safe. Morningside has to get out to about the 41-yard line. Nothing seems to be going right for Morningside. But, like I mentioned before, they can only get better. They're a young team. Not that much experience. It's only preseason. And Jefferson struggling, but hoping to get across the 40-yard line. Third down and 25 yards. That's what the scoreboard says. And let's see if he takes it himself or if he goes long. He hands it off, and nothing doing. Number 8 all over. Assisted on that play for the Cougars, Raul Sanchez. Brought down with a little help from his defensive buddies there. And it is a fourth down and 25 to go. And my guess is as good as yours. I would assume they go for the punt because they're in the red zone. They're within their own 20-yard line. And as luck would have it, it may be unfortunate for them. I punt the ball out of there. Let's hope for a good bounce for the Morningside kicker, an all-purpose player, Darnell Ned. Not many rushers. Oh, this one's straight up in the air. Let's see, nobody touches it. And it rolls to the 24-yard line. And that was probably a 10-yard kick. And nothing seems to be going right for the visiting Monarchs. And they're on their way to an 0-2 start in the preseason. 3 more minutes of agonizing pain for Morningside. To be precise, 3 minutes and less than 40 seconds. The clock ticks away. And the quarterback is, of course, Justin Stallings. And my correction, it is not Justin Stallings, it is number 5, Kelvin Hunter, 3rd string quarterback. And let's see what he can do with it. He hands off, it's a fumble, but the Cougars recover. It was intended for Aaron Butler, number 10, at bottom of the pile. It slipped on the handoff, but he recovers, and its ball remains on the 24-yard line. It is a situation of a 2nd down and 12. Many of the Cougar faithful still hanging around here on their feet. And what looks to be Hawthorne's last possession here. New quarterback Kelvin Hunter with the ball, hands off, and stacked up. Another fumble. Okay. This ball is just slipping away, but Hawthorne recovers. Number 35, Lomu Ephraim, probably was the intended ball carrier. It is recovered by Hawthorne, and they actually gain a couple yards on that to the 9-yard line. Correction, make that 13-yard line. 1st down with 2 minutes and less than 20 seconds. And the Cougars looking to get in the end zone again. Possible 60-plus points. Hunter, number 5, the QB. He drops it again. There's a flag thrown in the pile, and nothing doing for Hawthorne, as they will see, the referees that is, who the guilty party is. And the Cougars are walking back like if it's for them. And it is against Hawthorne. Ball goes back a couple yards. And it is 1st down for Morningside. 1st down for the Monarchs with a minute and less than 40. Clock is ticking away, and I don't think we'll see 60-plus points unless there's an interception. Stranger things have happened. Last chance for Morningside to get up on the board. Ball is at the 15-yard line. 75 yards for Morningside to score. $90 yards, and there's the pass. Incomplete. Let's make that a correction. 80-plus. 2nd down for Morningside. 1 minute and 9 seconds left on the clock. And now people start heading for their cars. This one has been over since halftime, but it will not be official until 1 more minute and 9 seconds has elapsed from the clock. And Hawthorne preparing to set up defense as a new quarterback for Morningside. No name once again. Number 14 goes deep, and it is incomplete once again. Almost a completion. Lamar Reed would have had the completion, but it was broken up. Okay, 1 minute 3 seconds left. Morningside needs 10 yards to get a 1st down, or they will have to punt the ball. And maybe, just maybe, Hawthorne will get the ball back. Morningside taking a little bit of time in the huddle, getting things straightened out. Number 14 is not on the roster, just 11, 12, and 13, and then it jumps to number 16. So, the unknown quarterback with 2 men now in the backfield. Pretty big kid, he takes it himself. He runs it to the far side, and he looks like he's got a first down as he goes out of bounds. 53 seconds stops the clock, and he doesn't. The clock runs as the referee signals that he was hit in bounds and stayed there. 45 seconds left on the clock. Morningside looking for a possible 6 points. Doesn't look like they're gonna do it right now. First down, ball at the 29-yard line of Morningside. 30 seconds left on the clock. And 27 now. Morningside with the ball, going back to pass. The unknown quarterback, he has nowhere to go but down on the 20-yard line. Dropped for a big loss. 16 seconds. Pretty soon the crowd will start the countdown with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You count it. There is 4 seconds. Halt. Stop the clock. 4 seconds. Morningside stops the clock. I don't know why, but apparently they want to stick around for one more play. They called timeout. Should have called it earlier. Ron Tatum, head coach, has his groups around him. And what much more could you ask for here? The last play of the game. 4 seconds left. 1st and 19. Hail Mary. Full of grace. What else? Nothing else? The prayers have not been answered for Morningside. Nothing left to do but go for the long bomb. When play resumes, 4 ticks off the clock remain. Ball is at the 19-yard line of Morningside. And the Monarchs coming out for what could be their last play. Quite possibly a trick play, but I would think they'd go long. And when I mean long, I mean at least across the 50-yard line. Let's see what they elect to do. He drops back. He goes deep and nobody's there. Short hops. A Cougar. And that's the ball game. Hawthorne High School, defending Division III CIF champions, pick up where they left off last year as they beat Morningside last year, and they went on to go undefeated till they met Lusinger. And let's see what happens. Could be deja vu, could be same as last year. But the only thing here, 59-0, the scoreboard has Hawthorne with the victory as they prepare for South Torrance next week. And Morningside will try to regroup and face their opponent next week. As Channel 60 will cover Gardena against Hamilton next week. We hope you enjoyed the ball game. For Mike Galarza and the Channel 60 crew, we wish you a good night, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.